owning a pit bull, and I'm all about the dog mom life, so this girl is literally just ran right away. But yeah, we're over here in Edmonds, and I just wanted to give you a quick little info video or whatnot about the dog. So yeah, let's go. I've always wanted to show an animal at the fair. So this right here is an American Pitbull Terrier, and his name's Achilles. Sit down, Bubba. Sit down. Or he does whatever he wants. So lay down. And he weighs about like 85 pounds last time I checked. He's been with me for 4 years. I got him when he was 8 weeks old. How I got him was when I was working at Pet Pros. I think I was like 18 or 19. No, I was 19 years old. And I was working at a pet store over in Bothell Everett Highway. This lady came in and she was selling pit bull puppies, and he was one of them. So I went and bought him. $300 later, whatever, here he is. So a lot of people ask me what's it like being a pit bull mom or raising a pit bull or whatnot. Dude, it's so hard. I do not recommend it, for real. Like, if you're gonna go get a pit bull puppy, if you're gonna go adopt a pit bull, literally, like, I wish I could go back and tell myself, wait until you have a house, wait until you're more secured in your money, secured in your home, secured in your jobs and stuff. I got lucky that this dog is the best that he can be, and that he is so obedient. I really invested so much time and so much of my energies into him, so that's why I was blessed to have such an amazing dog in return. But I got him when I was 19, and so when I was trying to move out, I've been trying to move out when I was 18, and so I moved out when I was about 20, and it took me even longer to process of moving out because of breed restrictions, breed bans, and there's just like literally like discrimination against of you having this type of dog. And so for example, PetSmart, over the years, like when I got him, he was fine, and over the years PetSmart released breed restrictions. I mean, literally every single time. Well, before COVID-19 happened, I would take him to PetSmart for bathing, and they would always ask me, does he bite people or whatever. They would ask me about aggression, behavior issues, or something like that. I wouldn't be taking him out to you if he did have aggression issues. You know, so that's how I feel. But there's people out there that aren't responsible with their type of dogs. Also, you know, he is my first pit bull that I've ever had, and I will have more, but only because I feel like the love that I get from these type of dogs isn't the same from another type of dog. These dogs are so loyal, but they're not for everybody. He pulls me, and what I won't show on the video is like he still pulls me. He may be 4 years old. He may have this harness, but he will pull me so hard, and he has the strength, you know, to just the other day someone was like, do you have that dog under control? And I was like, yes. And I was like, why? He's like, well, he's pulling you and I'm afraid to like walk by you because he's pulling you. And I'm like, yeah, he pulls me, but walk by me, like I have him under control. So I do have to sometimes put myself in front of him to block another person because he wants to go say hi to someone. He won't bite you, he won't do anything to you, but like just his face, and he gets excited, he wants to walk up to someone. He'll like walk up to them with his mouth open, trying to lick them. And a person who doesn't know anything about dogs, they'll be like, oh, he's trying to bite me. And I'm like, no, he just wants to say hi to you, he wants to lick you and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. Also, owning him, I won't, like, for example, if I want to go on a trip with my boyfriend, or if I want to like go out for the day and I need someone to take care of him for me, I can't leave him at my mom's house because, like I said, he pulls. So like my mom is already, you know, her age, so I don't want her risking anything for her back on him or anything. So I have to find someone who actually has experience with these type of dogs, who actually will take the job seriously, that, you know, the way he looks, people will judge him, and the way he looks, people will discriminate against him. So that's even more harder on my plate, on my life, to find someone that will be more considerate and more serious about taking care of my dog. Nobody else and everything. I've had people cross the street, like they don't have dogs, they just have kids or whatever, or it's just someone, and they will, like, I'm walking down the street and they see me and they see him and they will cross the street. They don't want anything to do with us. He's never bitten anyone, he won't bite anyone. For example, the last time I took him to a dog park. I had him on the leash. My boyfriend had him on the leash, and I was walking behind him. And he doesn't do well with dogs at the dog park if I just let him off leash like ASAP. As soon as we get there, he doesn't do well with them. He has to run it off. He has all this energy and all this testosterone, and he has to run it off for about 30 minutes, and then he can play with other dogs, just like a kid for some reason. Like he has to like hang out a little bit, and then he can play. So it's kind of crazy. And so I'm following the rules by there's this big dog park, so I'm leashing him up because I don't want him to go play with the other dogs. He's on a leash so that when we get to the different section of the park, there's a different section where it's fenced in, and I let him off leash, and that's where, like, you know, dogs that have like some behavioral problems, they can hang out by themselves there. So that's what I do. So we're coming back from his playtime. We cut the playtime short because there's a whole bunch of bees. Like all of a sudden, like there's like all these flowers growing by the beach, so there's like all these bees. So I'm doing my job. I'm following I still don't want him to play with the other dogs because there wasn't enough time. And so I told my boyfriend, leash him up. We're gonna walk like straight to the car. We're not even gonna goof around or anything. We're just walking straight to the car. We're walking straight to the car, and there's this like German Shepherd mix, and he doesn't like my dog. He just sees Achilles, and from afar, like he's just so far away, and he just sees Achilles, and he doesn't like him. His hairs are standing up. He's approaching my dog. I'm waiting for the owner to say something to his dog because I have my dog leashed up, and I'm walking towards the entrance. My dog isn't playing around, and so I'm waiting for the owner to say something. He's not saying anything, so I continue about my business. The dog is still approaching us, and I'm like, you know what, he's probably just wanting to say hi. I can't be afraid of another dog. I'm at the dog park. And no, both of like my dog and that dog show teeth. They make really horrible sounds that I'm not familiar with, and my dog is winning. My dog is on top of that dog, and he's putting him down, and Andrew, my boyfriend, is trying to handle the situation, but there's only so much. My dog is still leashed up, but my dog is winning the fight apparently. Finally, the owner steps in. He starts to call his dog to him and everything, and we just continue about our business. I wanted to say something, but he didn't say anything to me. The owner didn't say anything to me, and I was like, you know what, it's best. I had my dog leashed up. It's best I continue about my way. The dog wasn't injured. My dog wasn't injured, but I still continue about my way because it's just I know that my dog isn't welcome. Even if my dog is following the rules, just because of the way he looks, he's not welcome.
You hear that, Achilles? He wants to go play. Hey.
So we switched parks. We're over here at this other park or whatever. You know, a lot of people also tell me, how did you manage to train your dog and stuff like that? I just like basically raised him with other dogs as well. I had an older dog, and he was like 6 or 7 when I got him, and so I just put him with my older dog, and then I'm a dog sitter. I would be taking care of other people's dogs, and they were always older dogs, so he was a puppy, and I basically would introduce him to like these packs. Like I made like my own packs with like my dog clients, because I was dog sitter, like I said. So I made my own packs, and he was the youngest of them, so he was very well trained by learning these, like the food chains. Like literally, like he would go up to another dog's bowl and try to eat it. Other dogs would like let him, and so that's how he's like a little bully sometimes. And then versus other dogs, they wouldn't let him. They would like right on the spot, like don't touch my food or whatever. So there was this one dog that for real, every single time he wouldn't learn, he would keep going to that certain dog's bowl. That dog would always, every single time, like it would get so bad that like I would have to get in the middle sometimes, like, hey, get off of him, and it was pretty bad. So yeah. So I think that's also what helped me with training him, is I'm a dog sitter. So everything that I took from learning from other dogs, I applied to him. I was always very consistent with him. I've had, you know what, this is a crazy story. Back when he was a puppy, well, like that's the thing, he was like 8 months old, but he looked like already like this. And I took him to back when I was living at my mom's, there's this dog park right there, and a poodle came in, like this, and it was for real, like this is like my story. It was a couple. It was like a couple that was wearing North Face. They're white people, blonde hair, like shades, like, you know, amazing, like amazing car, everything. They came in with a poodle, and they saw my dog was like playing far away. Eventually, their poodle was playing with my dog, and everything was great. I was laughing. I was like, "That's so cute. Your poodle's playing with my Pitbull, whatever." And literally, the lady, like literally, she just looked at me up and down, and I had sweatpants, I had like an oversized hoodie, I dyed, back then my hair was like different shades of red or something like that, and she just looked at me up and down, and she was like, I don't feel comfortable with your dog, so we're gonna go. And like, I think this was my face. I was like, and my dog was playing, like they were playing, they were like chasing each other, like her poodle was like in my dog's face, like pulling at his cheeks and stuff like that, and I just took it. Like all I can do if someone tells me I feel uncomfortable with your dog, I'm leaving, and it's happened to me so many times, I just take it. Like I just like, okay, like another thing that happened, someone was like, oh, like like I've gone to that same park and I've unleashed him, and there'll be other dogs have been there, and someone actually like saw my dog coming, and they're like, that's a Pitbull, leash up your dogs. And she yelled to the other people, and she's like, leash up your dogs, be careful, there's a Pitbull coming, a Pitbull's coming into the park. And what the fuck, I'm just so embarrassed. I'm like, yes, he's a Pitbull, yes, I'm Mexican, no, we're not dangerous, no, we're not ghetto and crazy. Like, I just come here to have I want my dog, just like how you want your dog to run 30 minutes free and carefree and not doing, like, just run off the energies. That's how I feel too. I just got off work and I want my dog to enjoy a nice day. But you know, it really, like, see, like, do you see this dog? I'm just shook. And then there's people over there on the swing sets. There's like people, there's like a person over there with tennis, and he's just like, you know, I have him on a leash, I'm not gonna lie. I totally have this dog on a leash, and law says that you have to have a dog on a leash. But for real, like right now, we're just chilling on something, and if somebody wants to come with their kids and be like, excuse me, I need this spot for a picnic, like, okay, like, what can I do? I'll be like, okay. They're like, can you move? Okay. Like, okay, I'll move. I'll go somewhere else. Like, I'd rather just avoid confrontation and stuff. But I've had people like, excuse me, what are you doing here? That dog isn't allowed here. I'm like, there's a leash. It says, you know, don't let them off the leash, but it doesn't say breed restrictions. Unless you have a picture that says, this type of dogs aren't allowed here. But at the end of the day, sometimes I will leave, or at the end of the day I will like just take it. Like I've mentioned it before, like, oh, I feel uncomfortable, we're leaving. Okay, like, it goes a lot. I always tell myself it goes a lot to say about them than me. At the end of the day, I was supposed to list facts about like why not, like, a Pitbull isn't recommended for everybody, but now that I think about it, I can't even list facts. All I can like remember is like stories of being discriminated against, or people telling me weird comments just because I have this dog or something like that. For example, this is like brutally honest. I got severely sick throughout my life, mentally and emotionally, when I was 17 and forward. And so when I got him, I wanted him to be my emotional support animal, or my emotional support pet, however you say it. So I went to my doctor, and my doctor, she diagnosed me with depression and anxiety. I didn't even know I had anxiety until she told me, and I was like, what? And I thought I just had some sort of sadness. I didn't know I had depression, but I thought I was just like dealing with like some like emotional turmoil and stuff. But until I went to the doctor, she told me, you got this, you got this. If this is how you feel, you are diagnosed with this. she is the doctor, and I tell her I have an American Pitbull and I want him to be my emotional support dog. I wasn't gonna mention the breed, but I was like, she's my doctor, I'm gonna be honest with her, you know, like, I don't know. And she bluntly told me, oh, those dogs are really dangerous. I'm not gonna write a letter of recommendation for him. I don't know who he is. So I've had friends who have pit bulls, but they're really great dogs and everything, but I'm not gonna, as a doctor, I'm not gonna put my name down for a dog that I don't know. Okay, so I was like, that hurts. Like, awkward. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this situation. So what she didn't know is that I had a therapist, I had a counselor, but the official name is counselor. She's my counselor, but to me she's my therapist or whatever. So I went to my therapist. I was like, this is what my doctor told me, and you know what I deal with. And I've literally even called my own counselor sometimes with, like, when I've had problems, like, in my head and stuff. And she knew I was moving out. I was like, I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna start my own life and everything. And I need some help. I want my emotional support dog. And she told me, she's like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna write this letter. I'm gonna sign my name on it, everything. I'm gonna make copies when you move out, when you have, or when you go to a job or something, whatever you need, you let me know when. I can fax, what's the address, who do I speak to, and I will make sure of that. I was like, wow, thank you for that. Like, so just like there was so many people who would, like, bluntly judge him, bluntly judge me, or make their own assumptions and comments, there were other people that gave me hope, gave me just a little ray of sunshine that could hopefully help me and him. I could not believe that. Now that I'm making this video, I'm really sitting here thinking, like, damn, like, there was, like, a lot, like, in just 4 years. Do you see what this dog is doing? I'm trying to talk about our lives, and this dog's like, what life, bro? Stick life. Like, dude, this dog is a killer, right? Do you see this dog? He's a killer. He kills sticks. He's a get-down, brutal monster who likes to shred sticks for fun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. If you want one, get one. If you don't. But I mean, I had a great day so far. Apparently, he made a whole new friend. So, yeah, I was supposed to. This video was supposed to be like caution on getting a pit bull, but it turned out to be like one of the most amazing videos I've ever made. So, I don't know. You make your own decisions or something. I had a total idea how to make this video, but I do not. So this is just my experiences and my life story of having a pit bull, and I hope you guys stick around and find out for what other videos I would make. Hey! So. Hey! Take care.